starts right now.
A man shot and killed right in front of his girlfriend. That's according to police. This noon, a third suspect is facing charges in connection with his murder. Police accuse this latest suspect of posting Instagram photos of the shooting victim's belongings and bragging about his death. 19-year-old Joseph Robert Ortiz is the third person arrested this week in a murder case. Records show he was charged with aggravated robbery and capital murder. Police say back on May 29th, they found Takai Charles Michael shot and killed outside of a northeast side hookah lounge. Officers say Michael was killed in front of his girlfriend while fighting back against a group of people who robbed him at gunpoint. Two other suspects were already arrested by police. Both of them are charged with capital murder. And also new at noon, the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office has identified a 19-year-old woman whose body was found stuffed in a bin outside an abandoned West Side home more than a week ago. San Antonio police officers found Gloria Martinez outside a home in the 2400 block of San Luis Street during a welfare check on July 20th. The ME's office says that Martinez died of multiple sharp force injuries and has ruled her death a homicide. A report released by police this week does not list suspects. Right now, two suspects are on the run after a deadly shooting in Terrell Hills. Police are trying to find them, but there's one issue. They still don't know anything about them. As Jonathan Cotto reports, officers are hoping you can help.
Terrell Hills police responding to reports of a shooting just after 3 this morning.
There's a 32-year-old Hispanic female that is deceased inside the address here at 2005 Harry Wurzbach.
It's been a busy morning for Terrell Hills Police Department, who have been on scene for hours, now speaking with family or friends of the victim who are also asking what actually took place here this morning. We're told there were 4 men inside of the home. 2 of them took off. 2 remained on scene. They've been taken into custody for questioning.
We've been actively looking for them. We had SAPD K-9 involved, but we have not located them yet, so we don't know anything about them.
The chief of police calling the Texas Rangers for assistance.
In the Texas Rangers, we've called them in to assist us. Terrell Hills Police Department will be leading the investigation with their help.
Police say they are currently searching for the 2 men and are relying on the public's help to identify and locate the persons involved. This case is under investigation. Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
A man found guilty of trafficking a 16-year-old girl back in 2020 could learn his fate soon. Today begins the punishment phase in Xavier Green's trial. The teen victim, who is now 18, took the stand this week saying she ran away from home and met Green and another man. She says they took her to an abandoned apartment off of Blanco Road and eventually forced her into prostitution. Green's lawyer had argued that the teen lied about her age and was never held against her will. The other man involved in this case has already taken a plea deal. Green is facing 5 to 99 years or life in prison.
A teenage girl is dealing with an adult-sized problem. She suffered a gunshot wound in her chest overnight. San Antonio police say someone sprayed the car she was riding in with gunfire, more than a dozen shots. It happened on the northwest side on Woodstone Drive near I-10. But Katrina Weber tells us how she ended up at a completely different location.
Officers weren't taking chances with missing any evidence. They roped off a huge section of a parking lot along Woodstone Drive near I-10. Scattered in the middle of it, they found more than a dozen shell casings. It's evidence of a shooting that happened just before 2:30 this morning. Police say someone took aim at a car carrying 4 people, 3 of them teenage girls. 1 girl was hit in the chest. Although investigators believe this is where she was shot, they had to look down the road closer to De Zavala to find her. After the shooting, police say the car with the wounded girl made its way to this parking lot, but the driver made all 3 teens get out and then left them. When help arrived for the wounded girl, police say she was in critical condition. As she was rushed to a hospital, investigators combed through the crime scene. They say the others in the car told them they were traveling on Woodstone when another car pulled in front of them, stopped, and then someone got out and started shooting. Police say the group initially thought the car contained someone they knew, but quickly realized there was nothing friendly here, only gunfire. Investigators are trying to track down the shooter. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Our KSAT community partners joined us for a phone bank. The goal was to help some of you viewers by clearing up your questions when it comes to vaccines. And the most asked question was about booster shots.
So the number 1 question that we received this evening was whether or not it's recommended to get a 5th dose, a 3rd booster. And at the time, it is not recommended, But we do anticipate that in the fall we will see another booster that's going to be an Omicron variant-based COVID vaccine booster.
Of course, that phone bank happening yesterday, but if you need some more information on vaccines and boosters, including where you can get one, all you have to do is go to the coronavirus section of KSAT.com.
Turning to the U.S. economy and the major concern about a possible recession. In a report just released today, the Federal Reserve says U.S. gross domestic product shrank for the second quarter in a row. This comes as Americans continue struggling to keep up with rising prices. ABC's Faith Abube has more.
Fears that the U.S. is slipping into a recession. New federal data showing the U.S. economy slowed down by just under 1 percentage point in the second quarter after a 1.6% slide in the first quarter of the year. That's commonly understood as a recession. However, the National Bureau of Economic Research no longer defines two back-to-back quarters of shrinking GDP as an official recession. Still, the undeniable cooling of the U.S. economy in the face of record inflation means the pain for American families is no less real. The average American now paying an extra $493 a month due to rising prices on everything from groceries to housing.
This has been very stressful overall because everything's going up, but my paycheck.
Wednesday, the Federal Reserve making a fourth attempt to tackle inflation and bring down prices, raising interest rates again by 0.75 percentage point, meaning it'll cost even more for Americans to borrow money.
My colleagues and I are acutely aware that high inflation imposes significant hardship, especially on those least able to meet the higher costs of essentials like food, housing, and transportation.
Meanwhile, a significant breakthrough for Democrats trying to tackle inflation, battle climate change, and lower the federal deficit. In a remarkable reversal, moderate Senator Joe Manchin announcing a surprise deal with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer on a spending package. It would include a host of provisions, among them tax increases on big corporations and the wealthy. And with Manchin now on board, the next challenge for the majority leader is keeping all Senate Democrats together to get the package to President Biden's desk. They hope to vote on the bill next week. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
Underemployment, a growing trend among veterans, and that's why an event happening right now aims to help local veterans land the right job. A DAV and Recruit Military are hosting a free hiring event for all transitioning members of the military, veterans, military spouses, and dependents. The job fair is taking place at the Shrine Auditorium. It ends at 3 this afternoon. One of the most requested services from transitioning service members and veterans is employment support. And right now, employment is the lowest funded of any veteran program in our area, and you can read more about this issue on KSAT.com and see how nonprofits are helping veterans get the jobs they need.
A tuition-free after-school program providing students with opportunities to develop artistic skills in preparation for higher education is accepting new student applications. SACE on the West Side allows students to express themselves through different programs from film, photography, digital art, and theater.
Students will start very shy or introverted with their little sketchbook, and then next thing you know, they're building forts in the studio and performing guerrilla theater in the parking lot.
Nicole Amory says the programs at SACE impacted her life too. She joined when she was 15 years old, and now she is the co-executive director. Nicole says there is something here for every student.
The 4 disciplines begin with the visual arts, very basic things you make with your hands, painting, drawing, sculpture, and then we moved into film and photography.
In this studio, students learn about script writing, how to take photos, and edit.
They developed these characters, they've outfitted them, they gave them an attitude, a personality, and then they took it into the computer to design an imaginary movie.
SACE provides students with opportunities to develop creativity, critical thinking, and collaboration.
Students in the theater program are learning about performance, writing, lighting, backstage, and costume design.
SACE is accepting new student applications until mid-August.
By the time students are leaving from SACE, they are prepared for what's next.
Any middle or high school student in Bexar County can apply.
An incredible program here, and free.
That's probably one of the best parts about it.
Yes, it's awesome.
And we'll have our eye on the radar this afternoon. A couple more pop-up showers, not only today, but again tomorrow too. That forecast coming up.
And a few members of the 2022 UTSA Roadrunner football team talking about being picked #1 in Conference USA. Larry Mears with more on that coming up in sports.
About 20% of people in the U.S. know the struggle of living with a mental illness, and folks in some communities find it especially tough to get help. A look at why that could be after the break. In recent years, we've seen more and more focus on mental health.
According to the National Institute for Mental Health, 1 in 5 Americans struggle with a mental illness, and they can have longer lasting and debilitating effects on communities of color. As we wrap up Minority Mental Health Awareness Month, we want to highlight that only 30% of African Americans and 27% of Hispanics seek help.
Jody Guerra says this is due to long-standing stigmas that can be tough to break through in some cultures.
Sometimes historical traditions within families or cultural traditions within families that might keep one from being able to talk openly about what's hurting them because they feel extreme shame or extreme guilt, and some of that might have been brought down by generational belief systems that said you don't talk about your problems outside of the house, or you don't even talk about your problems at all, even in the house.
Yeah, more than 80% of Black Americans say that stigma has actively discouraged them from seeking help.
The center works with patients dealing with substance abuse, which Guerra says can often go hand in hand with mental illness. And Gaius is just one of many resources here in San Antonio.
They also stress the new 988 number that people call if they are struggling with substance abuse, mental illness, or thoughts of suicide. Outside with live cam. Oh, it's not even well, according to that little thing, it's not even 90 degrees yet. So that's a break right there.
The clouds are helping a little, right?
They are.
Okay.
You know, yesterday we didn't get to 100.
Boom.
Big deal.
You're kidding.
It's 99. You know, every little bit helps here at this point. There were also a couple of showers on the radar. We got the dust off the radar yesterday afternoon. Love to see that. We may get another chance to use the radar, at least briefly, this afternoon. The aquifer is down 0.3 of a foot to 632.1, and your pollen counts, just molds and pigweed, they're both low. We may have some Saharan dust moving in this weekend. We'll take a look at the radar, talk about our rain chances today. That's coming up.
We always look for something positive in these dog days of summer, and yesterday apparently we found something to really brag about and talk about.
Below 100 here in San Antonio. We had a shower on the radar. Somebody got some rain yesterday. It wasn't very many of us, but somebody did. Before we get to the big time positives here, I want to show you a picture. This comes courtesy of the Sentinel satellites. We're looking down from space here. National Weather Service in New Braunfels tweeted this out yesterday. I think this is fascinating. So we're looking at the hill country here. On the left side of your screen is 1 year ago, or at least July 23rd, 2021. And I'll point out the colors. You see how green everything is? It was lush, green. Now we fast forward to this year, July 23rd, 2022. Look how brown it is. It's pretty incredible that this could happen over a year period. But this drought has been significant, and it's happened very quickly. And you can see the change here from green to brown, and our lawns are all suffering the same fate here with lack of rainfall. Anyway, looks pretty, it doesn't look so great, but we appreciate the National Weather Service tweeting that out yesterday. Guadalupe River, want to pass this along too. We've been watching the stream flow, and it's not been good. These numbers have been dropping off. We've been reporting around Spring Branch where there's zero stream flow. Now there is still water there, it's just not flowing. And you look a year ago, there was good flow, 100 cubic feet per second. 92 cubic feet per second there around Comfort, Kerrville. There was just a year ago pretty good flow on the Guadalupe River, and the stream flow now down around New Braunfels, now on the other side of Canyon Lake where they release water, it's 55 cubic feet per second, but a year ago it was 172. So it shows you the change there as well. Our rivers and lakes and just about everything kind of suffering at this point. We need some rain. We look at the satellite picture. One lone shower showing up there just west of Houston, but we've got some of those clouds building. We need these to billow up into some showers and storms. So far, not much yet, but I think there is a chance. And the reason why, you look at water vapor, we can see a little bit of a swirl in the atmosphere here, and this is dragging on some deeper moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. And that generally helps us at least generate something. These orange colors represent that deeper moisture. And this is today at 5 o'clock, so we see some of that coming in. Tomorrow, I think we get a little bit more, maybe a slightly better chance of rain coming up tomorrow. By slightly better chance, I mean 20% versus 10%. Still not great, but we're looking for anything here. And as we look at the computer models, it does show a couple showers popping up today, probably east of I-35. Chances are San Antonio misses out, but we'll leave in a 10% chance. As we get into tomorrow, there is another opportunity after some morning clouds that we could see a few more showers try to pop up. This is around 2 o'clock. And yes, we'll bring the rain chances up to about 20%. And this model even wants to generate some showers after sunset, maybe across the hill country. We'll see. But with some of that better moisture content in the atmosphere, that chance is there. Right now, 88 degrees. Feels like 92, though, with a pretty high dew point. 86 in Fredericksburg, 94 Gonzales, 91 Pleasanton, 90 in Hondo. And here around Bexar County, right around the 90-degree mark. Warm spot down there at Stinson, 92. And dew points are in the 60s and 70s, so it is fairly humid. Heat indices are already jumping up into the upper 90s, and we'll certainly be over 100 today for that feels-like number. Feels like 92 at the airport right now. So your KSAT 12-hour forecast, 97, 3 o'clock. 10% chance of rain. We do top out near 100 today, but that small chance of a shower and then fall back down into the 80s tonight. And the extended forecast, we go 99. It is going to get hotter next week. Looks like we could be back close to some records by Wednesday of next week, guys.
Well, let's hope those clouds stick around.
I agree.
That helps a lot. Yeah. Thanks, Justin.
Cowboys a little thin at wide receiver, but maybe some help is on the way.
Yes, Michael Gallup tore his ACL second to the last game in the regular season last season, but he is on the comeback trail. And head coach Mike McCarthy gave us an update, and it sounds like the young man right there signing autographs is doing pretty good. And in soccer, San Antonio FC is on a roll. I mean, they are dominating coming up.
Camping with KSAT, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Dallas Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott ran right to the fan zone yesterday before taking the field for the first day of workouts. Elliott looking for a healthy start this season after playing hurt the last 3 months of last season with a right knee injury, and he still rushed for more than 1,000 yards after suffering a partially torn posterior cruciate ligament. Zeke says he's ready for his 7th season in the NFL. His offseason rehab not only helped his knee, but his confidence as well.
It definitely helped, kind of getting that confidence back, because it's tough, being injured and kind of feeling yourself lose a step. And so it definitely helped, kind of get back to moving the speed I was used to and just bring that confidence back in myself, back in my body, back in my mind that I can make those cuts.
Before the workout, head coach Mike McCarthy made a point to talk about Zeke for toughing out an injury that would have sidelined others with a partially torn PCL.
Zeke Elliott's one of our rocks on this team. I mean, he's a keystone player, and so the communication and his ability to do all the extra little stuff, and those are the things that I get to look at and be a part of. It means a lot, this team's organization and the faith they have in me, and I try to do my best to be available for them and be that rock for them.
McCarthy also told the media that wide receiver Michael Gallup is in the 4th quarter of his rehab from a torn ACL. So here's what the 4th quarter looks like for Gallup, getting in some resistance band work. He was expected to miss the start of training camp, so it's great to see him out there the first day of practice. Yesterday, the 2022 Conference USA Football Kickoff and Media Day was held at Globe Life Field in Arlington. The league's 11 head coaches and select players from each program were there. UTSA was represented by head coach Jeff Traylor, quarterback Frank Harris, and safety Rashad Wisdom. The defending Conference USA champion Roadrunners were picked to finish first in the conference by the media.
It's a blessing, but that really doesn't mean too much. We got to go out there this year and prepare the same way, whether that's individual, accolades or team accolades. But we got to go out there and prepare and have a chip on our shoulder and go out there and compete each and every week like we've been doing.
Just as far as having pressure is a privilege. And, you know, it's just a part of it. Kind of just like what Frank said, we just got to go out there and handle our business.
UTSA will start fall practice next week and then kick off the new season Saturday, September 3rd at the Alamo Dome with the Houston Cougars. San Antonio FC played at the Las Vegas Lights FC last night, and San Antonio scored first in the 34th minute when Saad Abdul Salam tapped in a corner kick after Justin Dillon redirected the ball in front of the goal. Samuel Adeniran added his 5th goal of the season in the 64th minute, and SAFC wins 2-0, their 4th straight shutout victory.
That's the theme this fall. Pressure is a privilege.
I love that soundbite. Pressure is awesome. A privilege.
Pretty good stuff. Thanks, Larry.
Many people take vitamin D supplements believing they are strengthening bones or helping to prevent fractures. Why taking vitamin D supplements might not be as good for you as previously thought.
And basketball star Brittany Griner has been in Russian custody for months now. However, a move by the U.S. government could give her a path back to American soil. Details are coming up.
It's an issue Border Patrol agents are running into more frequently and in higher numbers, fatal migrant crossings. And it's why today Border Patrol is holding an event to show how they're stepping up efforts to prevent migrant deaths. Alicia Barrera takes us to Eagle Pass, which has been described as ground zero for these crossings, and shows us exactly how Border Patrol is addressing it.
The U.S. is offering a proposed prisoner swap between Brittany Griner and Paul Whelan, the 2 Americans detained in Russia, for the release of one of their own currently imprisoned here in Illinois. ABC's Derek Dennis has the details of the reported proposal and family reactions.
ABC News has confirmed the Biden administration has proposed a prisoner swap with Russia, trading WNBA star Brittany Griner and former Marine Paul Whelan for the release of Russian arms dealer Victor Bout.
This has been going on for a while, and we just haven't been able to come to fruition on it. We obviously hope that the Russians will accept the proposal that's been offered so that we can bring these 2 Americans home.
Bout, nicknamed the Merchant of Death, is serving a 25-year sentence for international arms trafficking at this federal prison in Marion, Illinois. A source confirms the Department of Justice initially opposed his release, but President Biden himself approved the plan.
He was not only directly involved, he signs off on any proposal that we make.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken says he will discuss the details with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov in the coming days. Whelan has been detained for over 3.5 years, serving a 16-year prison sentence for espionage, a charge he and the U.S. government have called baseless. His family now hopeful he will soon be home.
I think we were all taken by surprise yesterday when the announcement was made. And it's nice also to know that the offers are being made. Hopefully the Russian government will take the concessions that have been made and allow Paul to come home.
Brittany Griner has been detained in Russia since February, pleading guilty earlier this month, accused of carrying vape cartridges containing cannabis oil, illegal in Russia, even though her lawyers say it had been prescribed back home. Her Russian lawyers said a swap is possible only after the court reaches a verdict, which is expected early next month.
Not included in the White House's prisoner swap announcement, detained American teacher Mark Fogel, sentenced last month to 14 years on similar drug charges. Derek Dennis, ABC News in New York.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un warning he's ready to use his nuclear weapons in potential military conflicts with the United States and South Korea. State media reported Kim made such a warning during a speech marking the 69th anniversary of the end of the Korean War. Some experts say Kim's threats were apparently meant to boost internal unity in his country. Some observers expect more North Korean threats before the United States and South Korea hold military drills the North views as an invasion rehearsal.
Now to the monkeypox outbreak here in San Antonio. Metro Health is reporting 11 positive cases. Meanwhile, the United States now leads the globe in confirmed monkeypox cases. That's according to the CDC. Federal and global data shows the U.S. now has nearly 4,700 monkeypox cases. That's more than Spain and Germany, which also has a high number of cases. However, experts warn that during the early days of an outbreak, case numbers can change quickly as testing ramps up. Numbers can also swing due to reporting backlogs, possible duplicate case counts, and when individual states and other countries report consolidated updated figures into the CDC. So far, the Biden administration has not declared monkeypox a public health emergency. A spokesperson for HHS said the agency is continuing to explore options.
If you are in need of a little more vitamin D, you might want to get it the old-fashioned way, because there's a new study saying supplements may not help protect your bones. The largest, longest, and most controlled trial on vitamin D supplements in the U.S. was released this week, and after looking at the data from nearly 26,000 people, researchers report that vitamin D pills taken with or without calcium had no effect on bone fracture rates. The authors of the study, however, said supplements could still help some people, like patients with osteoporosis. For more information about the study, check out the latest edition of the New England Journal of Medicine.
Take a look at this. Parts of Kentucky waterlogged this noon after heavy rainfall continued. The National Weather Service reported up to 8 inches of rain in some areas. Swift water rescues were reported in parts of the state. Emergency management officials say rescue crews have been unable to reach several areas because of fast-moving water covering the roads. Another issue folks in Kentucky have to deal with: power outages. More than 22,000 customers lost power due to flooding.
Meanwhile, back here at home, we're dealing with the exact opposite: extreme drought. If you look at this video our digital journalist posted on KSAT.com, it shows how parts of the Guadalupe River have gone from zero flow to zero water. Justin was just talking about this a few minutes ago. The video was originally shared by Stephen Overton. It was taken at a popular recreation area known as the $5 Spot. KSAT called Guadalupe Canoe Livery, a river outfitter off of Highway 281 in Spring Branch. An employee who answered the phone confirmed there's no water downriver, but there's still some water upriver.
And during that time, you also see, Justin, like the trash that is underneath everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it all comes out. And, you know, we hope things get better here soon. I can't tell you that's going to happen within the next week, because it won't. But hopefully somewhere down the line, once we get into fall, at least we'll get some changes, hopefully, and some rain back in the forecast. I want to show you temperatures across the state. Things are starting to heat up. San Antonio is not one of the warmest spots in the state, though, this afternoon. 88 degrees here. We're actually on par with Amarillo up there. 88 degrees as well. Most places in the 90s. Waco and Dallas already in the mid-90s. Brownsville down in the valley, 96, and it's awful humid down there as well. So as we zoom out some, really, it's been Texas that has been baking the last couple days, along with the West Coast. That's where you'll find some heat advisories. But the middle part of the country has had a nice cool down. Temperatures are in the 70s from Minneapolis down to Omaha. And as we look at the rain, everything's going up and around Texas because of our ridge of high pressure. But you saw some of the flooding there in parts of Kentucky. Very heavy rain, Missouri to Kentucky down to Tennessee, and then severe weather this afternoon across parts of upstate New York, where they can get some big storms. There are heat advisories posted for northeast Texas, and then flash flood watches for the desert southwest. They've been getting monsoonal rains. It feels like everyone's getting rain but us at this point. And the forecast keeps things dry today, other than a very small chance for a shower or two, much like yesterday. 97 degrees at 3 o'clock, 10% chance of rain. We're up around 100 by 5 and 6 o'clock. Rain chances, if they're already, go away by 8, 9 o'clock, and temperatures fall into the 80s, guys.
Thanks, Justin.
Former Steel stud Terrence Steele is talking about starting his second season with the Cowboys, coming up in sports.
From a Brad Pitt action flick to a Holocaust documentary, a wide variety of films arrive in theaters next month. We have a preview of what you can expect at the box office after the break.
With record-breaking heat outside, leaving your home may not be too tempting. However, Hollywood hopes some new offerings will lure you to the movies.
As CNN's Rick DeMagella reports, several new films are heading to the big screen in August.
Hi, there's a gun on. Shh, run. It's the quiet car. Gotta use your small inside voice in here, son. There's a gun.
Brad Pitt rides the bullet train. The action comedy features Pitt going up against a group of fellow underworld types chasing a mysterious briefcase on a high-speed train bound from Tokyo. The train leaves the station August 5th.
Who wants to play bodies, bodies, bodies? So how do you play?
An innocent game turns deadly in Bodies, Bodies, Bodies after a group of young people caught in a hurricane during a house party stumble into a real murder. The thriller hits theaters August 12th.
These 3 minutes of life were taken out of the flow of time.
Helena Bonham Carter narrates 3 Minutes, a Lengthening. The documentary looks at the only film footage of a small Jewish community in 1938 Poland prior to the Holocaust. The film opens in theaters August 19th.
Leave right now. The guy in the gray hoodie is robbing the bank.
Who's in charge here?
John Boyega stars in Breaking, based on the true story of Marine veteran Brian Brown Easley and his actions following a denial of Veterans Affairs support. The drama arrives in theaters August 26th. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Outside with live cam, so Justin, I want you to lay some weather knowledge on me.
Uh-oh.
So this heat high is hanging over Texas, and all the rain keeps going around us. Nothing comes through Texas because of the heat high.
Right.
So how do we get rid of the heat high? What do we got to do?
Something's got to shove it out the way. You know, you got to have a trough come in and just kind of boot. But once it establishes itself, and this is the problem, it's hard to get rid of it.
Well, man, you got to come up with something.
Like it hangs around forever.
Let's boot it. Whatever we got to do.
David, that's a lot of pressure, okay?
I'm working on it, all right?
Right.
88 degrees so far today. 77 was the low this morning. We will be above average again today, just like every other day this month. The record is 103 set back in 1951. We don't have any record heat in the forecast for now. Maybe next week, though. We'll take a look at the 7-day coming up.
Apparently we need the right size boots. Boot this thing out of here.
That's going to be the thing.
I try to come up with something, man. This is just.
I'm with you.
Same old thing every day.
It is.
You can dance. You can do many things to maybe bring some rain, something.
Anything. If you have any ideas, let us know. We'll listen. The drought monitor is in it. This probably comes as no surprise that the state continues to get worse when it comes to drought coverage. This week, 97% of the state is in drought. Last week, it was 95%. And, you know, the irony here is that it's around the El Paso area where they're doing the best. A place that typically doesn't receive that much rain is not in drought, at least by their standards. And the drought really continues to worsen here around South Texas. So you see the exceptional drought that is really built in here. And it basically encompasses the entire viewing area, other than parts of Valverde County, which they received some rain out there. But generally speaking, it's either extreme or exceptional drought, and it probably will get worse before it gets better. Medina Lake, always a good barometer. It's at 11% full, down 69 feet, and it's down 13.8 feet over the last 3 months. Now, keep in mind, back in that 2011, 2014 range, Medina Lake dropped all the way down to like 5%. So it's not as low as it was during that drought, but it is not headed in the right direction. Time-lapse shows we had some of those morning clouds briefly. Now we're left with partly cloudy skies outside. Temperatures 88 degrees at the airport. Southerly winds at about 9 miles per hour. Humidity is at 53%. We can see some of those clouds building in. And really, these do help just at least a little bit to keep temperatures down. Yesterday we stayed at 99. We could see that again today. I mean, we're on pace probably to be right there, 99 or 100 degrees this afternoon. So far, not a lot of rain. We noticed some light returns out east, but nothing here in our immediate area. And a little closer look at temperatures locally. We're at 91 at Port SA, 94 Divine, 90 in Hondo, 92 Bandera. Heat index, there's enough humidity out there where it feels like 96 at Stinson. Feels like 100 down there in Pleasanton, so already above that or at that triple-digit mark. Feels like 98 in New Braunfels. And the heat index forecast here in town, I think we probably get up to around 100, 103 for that feels like number, with an air temperature right around 100. Been there, done that, right? And these are the numbers for today. This looks very similar to yesterday. Right around 100 in Bexar County with some 90s in the hill country. And perhaps as you get down towards Kennedy and Cuero, with some added cloud cover and the outside chance for a shower. So the sea breeze actually doesn't look as impressive as it did yesterday, but it moves onshore, inland, and probably sparks off a few showers. We've got our little area of low pressure out over Mexico, which is drawing in some of that deeper moisture. And we mentioned this earlier. It's that deeper moisture that kind of helps give us some of those pop-up showers. It's there today and even more so tomorrow. So we've bumped up rain chances tomorrow from 10 to 20%. But still, I wouldn't get too excited because this is It's going to be one of those things where you have to just get lucky. 10% chance today. Most of that's going to be east of I-35, but it does show a few trying to pop up even here around San Antonio this evening. And then tomorrow, same story. Some of this activity begins to work inland. 20% chance tomorrow. And this model wants to develop a few showers even after sunset across the hill country. So there is an opportunity there. Very quickly, tracking the tropics, we've got Georgette and Frank, both tropical storms out in the Pacific. It's been active there, not so active in the Atlantic. Not much to see here other than one wave that doesn't look all that bad, but it's very far south, so chances are this interacts with the land as it moves towards South America. We'll keep an eye on it. The Hurricane Center has not flagged it. 99 degrees tomorrow, 20% chance of rain, 100 Saturday, 100 Sunday, and then some hot temperatures next week for sure. Some other small chances showing up Monday, Tuesday, but again, nothing to get too excited about.
Hopefully things cool down a little bit, especially with kids going back to school and they go to the bus stop. And
I hope so. I hope so.
All right, thanks, Justin.
If Dak and Zeke are going to have decent seasons, they're going to have an offensive line helping them out. So that's a focal point this year.
Yeah, and at right tackle, they really need to get that solidified. And Terrence Steele from Steele High School and Texas Tech, David. So you're going to love this guy already. Terrence Steele, who caught his first NFL touchdown pass last season, is looking to solidify the right tackle job. He sat down one-on-one with Greg Simmons. We got it coming up.
Camping with KSAT, powered by Davis Law Firm.
The Dallas Cowboys are now in full training camp mode. Yesterday, they held their first practice at their training facility in Oxnard, California. It was open to the public, which is always cool for the fans. And one guy to keep an eye on this season is right there, right tackle Terrence Steele from Steele High School, entering his third season. He wants to be the dude on the right side. Greg Simmons sat down with him, and he has more.
Great to have you here.
Yes, sir.
What a fantastic offseason you've had, right?
Yes, sir.
You won an award, is that right?
I did, yeah. That's right here in the shirt.
Off-season
award winner.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
You are the talk of everybody in camp, including Ezekiel Elliott, Mike McCarthy. They all are just saying this is your huge opportunity. Do you feel that as well?
Oh, it most definitely is. It most definitely is. I've been looking forward to this for a while. So.
La'el Collins is gone. Connor Williams is gone. You've played just about every position you can possibly play, probably except center, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
On the offensive line. So you are so versatile. You can be used anywhere. Is this the opportunity you've been looking for just in your third year?
Yeah, most definitely. Coming in my third year, I want to solidify that right tackle spot. So that's my main mission this season.
Isn't it incredible? You came in as an undrafted free agent, but yet you've started 27 of 32 games in the first 2 seasons of your career.
Sir.
Did you ever think that was going to be possible?
No, especially during COVID is probably unheard of. So I meant it's big blessings. So something I'll always be thankful for.
Is that the only reason you didn't play 17 games last year is because one for COVID? Is that right?
Yeah. I missed the Saints game for COVID. I didn't have any symptoms or anything, but it's just the protocol. So.
But you also did something I don't think you've done in your career. You caught a touchdown pass, and not just a touchdown, but you did one in the NFL.
Yeah, that's every lineman's dream. To scoring in general, but to do it in the NFL, I mean, it's just my biggest dream come true. So,
did you practice that a lot, or was this something thrown in, or how did that work out?
I've always loved just throwing the ball and catching it ever since I was young. So I mean, I always had pretty good hands. But we practiced that play. We put it in like 2 weeks prior, never got ran, and then they called my number that day. So. The rest is history.
Well, a little bit better. It was against Washington.
Oh yeah, yes, most definitely.
All right, tell me what the camp means to you, this camp, and what you're looking forward to this season.
Yeah, kind of is what I stated earlier. Just solidify my spot. That's my right tackle spot, and just be the best O lineman I can be for the team, and get this run game going, and protect Dak at all costs. So.
You're a good man.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
Very proud of you back home in Cibolo and San Antonio.
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you.
And here's Houston Texans head coach Lovie Smith sporting a new shirt. The Texans tweeted these pics out and said the new drip is available at Texans camp. The team will hold their first practice tomorrow. And David, I'll make sure I tell Greg in the future he has to ask Terrence about Texas Tech.
I was wondering.
I don't get it.
I don't know that he said that in the interview, that they talked too much about Texas Tech.
Maybe they had to edit it out.
Yeah. Maybe it was just too long.
So we all know.
Thanks, Larry.
We all know he went to tech, so there you go. So, hey, de-stressing, natural energy boost, and a brand new brewery. Oh, yes. Well, you know that's where they're going to be. Yeah, look at there.
SA Live has a little bit of everything today at Market Square. Hey, guys.
Hey there. Oh, you know we do. And sometimes, during the summer, you can't beat a really good sandwich. And Holland Lawrence, co-owner of the Wild Barley Kitchen and Brewery, joins us. Okay, so what is the secret to a good sandwich?
A great bread.
A great bread. And what did Mike butter up right there?
Homemade rye bread, right? That is a marbled rye bread. Yes, sir. 100% sourdough.
Okay, all sourdough. And take a look at the sandwich that we are going to be reconstructing over there, I should say. Plus, great beers over there. We're going to tell you all about that coming up. Okay, good sandwich, cold beer, nice and relaxing, but also a little bit of yoga. And Olivia Gladstone from Honest Soul Yoga is here. And yoga seems very complicated and intimidating.
Well, it really doesn't need to be because we can simply just breathe together. So let's all just take a nice deep inhale and an open mouth exhale. And again, once more, big breath in.
All right, while Mike is relaxing, we, of course, are going to show you ways that you can, have a natural energy boost this summer.
Okay, I know it's only July, but we're talking Fiesta because applications for Miss Fiesta, if you'd like to be Miss Fiesta, you can apply right now. Plus, $1 billion lotto prize.
Hello, everyone. These are your top headlines from Cheddar News. The Federal Reserve raised interest rates by 0.75 percentage point on Wednesday, the second consecutive massive rate hike in as many months, and it makes history. That's the highest level since 2018. The Fed's latest effort to cool soaring inflation will have consumers facing higher rates for mortgages, auto loans, and credit cards. Meanwhile, the Spirit Frontier airline merger is now off. Spirit Airlines shareholders rejected a bid to merge with Frontier on Wednesday, opening the door now to a Spirit JetBlue deal. JetBlue seeking to buy Frontier for about $3.7 billion in cash. The merger would have created the country's 5th largest carrier. And Hulu parent company Disney says their streaming service will now start airing political ads. That's after backlash from Democrats and accusations of censorship. The streaming service's ad guidelines will now match those used for Disney's cable networks like ESPN and FX. And that's your Cheddar News Update. I'm Baker Machado coming to you from Cheddar Studios in Lower Manhattan.
So we're jumping into the 90s, but much like yesterday, we may stay just below that mark. At the moment, we're going 100. We'll see. Maybe we'll stay at 99. One more day in a row. Maybe tomorrow, too. There's an outside chance for a shower or two today, a 20% chance tomorrow. Nothing to get too excited about. The weekend will be dry. Another very small chance Monday and Tuesday. Otherwise, it's back to the heat next week. We're going to see temperatures as high as 102 by Wednesday.
Ooh. Brutal.
Hot. Now, food and yoga.
Yeah. I hope Mike's awake. He was doing that breathing. It looks like he's going to pass out. If he is out, Fiona might just let him sleep a while. Oh, you don't have to worry. SA Live starts right
now.
Today on SA Live, boost your energy this summer in a natural way. We share the top foods to give you a pick-me-up.
And we sip on fresh squeezed lemonades that are perfect for cooling you off this summer.
Plus, we're going to show you how to bend and breathe and just take all the stress out of your life. And I have to talk like this.
Celebrate San Antonio. Coming to you live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live.
Yes, hello, and happy Thursday.
It's our yoga teacher and our chef.
Who went into that move without even stretching.
Yes. And he's still standing. We're going to meet him in a second. Good afternoon. I'm Mike Osterhage.
And I'm Fiona Gorostiza. Well, our first guest you just saw, and he is bringing the fire in today's show.
Oh, my goodness. Joining us now is Holland Lawrence, co-owner and brewer of Wild Barley Kitchen and Brewery. You going to do your yoga pose again?
I pulled something, so okay. I'll leave it down.
And I have to say, David Sears was saying maybe I was asleep after that. You go, no, not when you smell this Reuben sandwich that we are making.
No kidding. Right. Okay, so what did you bring today?
So we start off, we are a sourdough house, so we make breads, bagels, pizzas, we do everything. So today we are gonna go making one of our favorite lunch sandwiches, which is gonna be a Reuben. So we are doing a pastrami style, so Texas smoked brisket, frying for 10 days on our house marbled rye bread.
So that bread is made in-house, right?
That is in-house, yeah. So every day we're making fresh sourdough loaves, we're making marbled rye, we make a Japanese milk bread, we make, this week we're making sourdough pitas. So we're always changing up, trying new things. It's a wonderful.
But that's the secret to a great sandwich, right? It starts with the bread. It starts
with the bread, and it needs, making it in-house sets us apart for sure.
And it's not only just loaves of bread, because you've got that great rye there, you've got a classic sourdough, but also bagels, pizzas.
That's right. Yeah, every morning at 7 a.m. we wake up, and actually our baker gets there about 4 and starts baking those bagels. So we have fresh bagels every morning, and then we move into our lunch sandwiches, and then at 3 o'clock we switch over and do pizzas for dinner.
So why choose to be a sourdough-based kitchen?
So we wanted to be a house of fermentation. So we are, of course, our brewery on one side. That's my background, and my business partner is in the food background. So we want to do everything kind of fermentation. So we do our breads with that long, nice sourdough fermentation. We do our pickles. We do sauerkraut. All these fun vegetables to ferment, and then also now we'll be getting into our house-made beer as well.
Ooh, all right.
People don't realize with sourdough.
He's already eating
He's already eating it.
We're not going to have a sandwich by the end of this.
For a second, Holland.
It was the little piece that was off to the side. A lot of people think it's just the flavor of a specific bread, but it's the whole basis for it, right? It's not regular yeast. So if you're gluten-free, you can eat this, right?
It is, a lot of people with gluten sensitivities don't have a reaction to our bread. It is kind of old world made. It is 100% sourdough. The longer that fermentation happens, the more gluten breaks down and the less you're going to have issues with it as well. So we offer, our breads are 24-hour fermented, our bagels are 48 hours, and our pizzas are 72-hour fermented. So and it gives a different flavor for every. He's doing a great job of it. I'm not even saying anything on it. He's just like.
You don't even have to walk him through this.
I'm dying to try this. That's why.
All right. So you mentioned the beers, and we've got some beers here. Are they all the same?
So these are all the same. So I brought this one. This is an amber ale. I thought it would pair really nicely with the Reuben. That kind of toffee caramely notes that you'll get from the beer pairs really well. That's something that we're going to strive to do at Wild Barley, is beer pairings and pairing food with beer and giving you a whole experience throughout the meal.
And you were a truck now. You've got the brick and mortar on Broadway, just inside 410.
Yep.
And like you were saying, you're open at 7 o'clock. So if you got an early flight, go there for a breakfast sandwich
Come in for the breakfast. If you're coming off, we're the closest spot for a nice cold beer once you land too. So.
Okay. And then a little bit of this is not Russian dressing.
No, that's Sputnik sauce. That is our house Sputnik sauce. Adds a nice little zing to the sandwich. But we have that beautiful fermented sauerkraut, our smoked pastrami, and of course a Swiss cheese. Put more of it on. Yeah, don't be timid on that. That's just flavor.
It's making you work for it is what's happening. All right, so. As far as the rest of the menu, okay, we mentioned the wood-fired pizzas. Any future plans? Anything to? What happened? I just turned around again for a second.
The Sputnik sauce kind of Sputniked on me. So anyway,
you're doing great.
Thank you very much.
But yeah, so we transfer from 7 a.m. till 3. We do our bagel sandwiches. We do our lunch sandwiches on our different sourdough breads, and then we transition the kitchen for dinner time to do our pizzas.
So if you go there after 3 o'clock, don't ask.
You will not get the Reuben, but we every Thursday we start the Reuben, and we probably will sell out of it by the weekend. So come during the week.
It might be safer to try that one.
Enjoy.
Well, I cut that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's gonna do it.
All right. Okay.
Yes,
that looks really hot.
Are
you sure?
Yeah.
Here we go. No, it looks amazing.
This is called heaven.
It looks really hot.
What do you think?
Okay.
And the homemade sauerkraut too, right?
Yep. So that is naturally fermented sauerkraut.
You said the beer goes with it?
It does.
Okay.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. Tell folks how to find you real quick.
That is right. We are right inside the Loop on 410 off of Broadway. So you can find us on there. You can find us through our Instagram channel is where we do most of our promoting. So you can find us through that, and that's where we say all the new weekly specials, and we tell everybody what's going on with us.
All right. Thank you so much, Holland. For more information on Wild Barley Kitchen and Brewery, just head to our website, SALive.com, and click on the as seen on SA Live, where we provided a link, or just scan that QR code on your screen.
Oh, heavens to Betsy. Do I have
heavens to Betsy?
If you want a great Reuben sandwich, seriously, try that one. Okay, that is a prize winner. Another big prize winner coming up is...
Have you bought tickets?
For Friday, not yet.
Not yet? Yeah, me either. But you
Not
should.
yet. Yeah. Over $1 billion is the prize. That's the
So if you win,
25
will
payments.
you share with me? Will you put a little aside for me?
Yes.
Okay, same deal.
I'll tell you what, here's a couple of bucks right now to tide you over.
See, you always carry cash.
I always carry
He's
cash.
the only one that does. All right, so let us know, what's the first thing you would buy if you won the lottery?
First thing you'd buy. And it's not like planning a vacation, but you'd go, oh, got the money, check cleared, and I'm going to buy this.
I'd buy my mom a house.
No, I'm like initially, like the first thing you'd stop in a store and buy something like that.
Oh, stop in a store. Okay, I'd buy myself a really cool car.
Yeah. A Hummer H1.
Oh, I knew you already had it in mind.
I've always wanted one of those things. So, what would you buy?
Let us know at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter, and you may see your answer later in the show.
All right. This heat is getting to everybody. We're a little bit wacky here, but that's just a normal occasion. Yes. And if you're looking for some ways to boost your energy during these draining days, we've got some really good pointers for you.
Our Jen Tobias Strusky spoke with holistic health expert Bryce Wild to find some natural ways to keep you feeling your best.
There's no doubt the Texas heat can be draining. If you're looking for a natural way to give yourself a little boost during this scorching summer, we get help today from health expert and three-time author Bryce Wild. How can we keep those energy levels up in a natural way?
Absolutely. And for that purpose, I've got my friend, the human cell here. See this guy here in the center there? That's the nucleus. You might remember this from Biology 101. But I want to point out the most important little guys here, the little brightly colored orange mitochondria. These are what produce real energy for you in the form of something called ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. You don't have to remember that fancy term, but this is what your cells need for energy. Now, here's the problem. A lot of folks reach for caffeinated beverages. The energy drinks or the sport drinks. They're loaded with sugar and, of course, caffeine. And where this might stimulate you, because they are stimulants, and give you that sort of perceived energy boost, the problem is this spike is followed by a crash. And that significant crash just causes you to yearn or desire more of the stimulant, not real energy, Jennifer. And we should all learn that we got to get these kinds of foods into our system. Number one, diet is important. So a lot of the green leafy vegetables, this time of year, bananas are really important. Why? The potassium in there serves as electrolyte for hydration and make sure that you keep those energy levels up as well. Here's a little trick. Beet juice. Beet juice contains a ton of nitric oxide, let alone the energy that your cells actually desire to fuel them, to create real energy. And let's not forget the clean protein. So whether you're reaching for some eggs in the morning or fish at night, these are excellent sources of protein. Yams, berries, get the whole rainbow of fruits and vegetables in your diet. Now I want to point something out here as well. I've got some Brazil nuts. 3 of these a day contains enough selenium to protect these mitochondria that I'm talking about. Because think about this for a second, actually. After the age of 30, every decade, we actually lose 5% of our ability to make ATP, that real true energy that we're looking for.
Here in Texas, a lot of kids will be starting band practice, football practice, and you had a way for people to kind of keep track of, hey, I'm sweating a little too much.
For that matter, you're working out and exercising. By the way, that will yield more energy. Spend a little bit to get more, and that's the exercise. Everyone's got a floor, so get at it. You can push, pull, jump, squat, lift. You don't need a gym. But if you find that you're sweating under your arms, that probably only needs a little bit of water, rehydrate, and some of that bioenergy ribose I talked to you about. If you're sweating half through your shirt, that's time to start thinking about electrolytes, certainly within about 3 hours. And so that's the mix I was talking about. You want a little bit of salt, a little bit of potassium, and some natural sweeteners such as blackstrap molasses. If you're drenched, that is a reminder to be rehydrating with an electrolyte drink. And I don't like the ones that are available, that have a lot of sugar and colors and dyes. You don't need the junk in there. You want to stay clean. So consider making your own at-home Gatorade mix, as I just alluded to, especially if you're drenched throughout your entire shirt. That's the way to know.
I know you have the fruits and the proteins, but is there a go-to item that you suggest if it's going to be just one thing to kind of help keep your energy up? Maybe you should pack it in your lunch even, or have it as a snack.
I'm going to say go for the banana. Nice, you know, and by the way, make sure that that banana is not overly ripe. That's now too much sugar for the system. Make sure it's got a little bit of a green stripe or yellow in it. These guys here have gone a little bit over. And the reason I'm saying that is because this way it'll act as a time release mechanism. Now, what else comes with the banana is potassium. Potassium is so important to replenish your electrolytes. So carry that water with you. But if you had to choose one food on the table here, I gotta say at this time of year, it's the banana.
For more on Bryce Wild, you can find him online. We have his website on SALive.com. Just click the As Seen on SA Live tab. He has plenty of resources on his website. For SA Live, I'm Jen Tobias Stresky.
Interesting. Don't forget the banana, because all that good potassium. And like you said, 3 Brazil nuts a day and all that selenium. I didn't realize Brazil nuts were that healthy for you. So.
I did not know that either until he said that. All right. For more information on Dr. Bryce Wild, just head to our website, SALive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab, or just scan that QR code on your screen.
All right, when SA Live continues, a good stretch. We learn some fundamental moves of yoga and see how it can help your body and your mind, how you can de-stress.
Plus, Jen takes us back to Wow Wow Lemonade Stand for another sip of their refreshing menu.